What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? Another day, another no long shot video. I don't even know what to say at this point. Oh my goodness. Um, I've been working real hard, guys. I promise. It's crazy. What's up? I know I'm very late too. Yep, just bad on all accounts. Very late. Yes, yes. Hello. Pixie Bell, first one in here, followed by Haddon Hollis. Cocaine Teddy, Donut Cop, DZ, Taylor Bost, Meryl Watang. Sup? First time in ageism, I'm up in time for your stream, and now this? Sup? Alright, let me get a tweet out. Let me get cutoffs going too real quick. There we go. Let's do this whole tweet thing. Let's go the other way. Dearest at Marvel Champions. Did you know that I rejoined the content creator program? Tomorrow I'm going to upload a video all about Longshot. What do you mean I said that yesterday? And the day before that? And the day before that? Yes, I am now live. Okay. You know that I rejoined the content creator program. Tomorrow I'm going to upload a video all about Longshot. What do you mean I said that yesterday? And the day before that, and the day before that. Tweet. Guess his keyboard arrived 2 days early. Ooh, Pete. It's exciting. Wait. Do you have to put it together? I can't remember if you were like assembling it yourself. I think you said you're assembling yourself, right? Because you got like the keycap separate and stuff, right? But Cocaine Teddy. Oh yeah, that's right. You got a bunch of lube and everything too. Cocaine Teddy sent it over too, saying, "Thought I'd drop this here early and hit arena." Well, Cocaine Teddy, thank you very much. On your way to the arena, don't forget to pass go, collect 200 arena points, because let's face it, $200, you're not getting that. And also one of these. Oh man, my voice is shot. We need to start that one over. That's the best I can. This is terrible. I will not do this to you, Cocaine Teddy. One more try. Slap. It's the best I got, man. I'm a little, my voice is a little shot. Thank you very much, dude. I appreciate it, man. Yuki also sent it over 3 of them Polish bucks. Where are you at, Yuki? That it better be Avengers Endgame level. Oh my goodness, dude. I don't. I hate. You know how much I hate this? Cause I just feel like a liar. Cause I am a liar. Cause I said it would be uploaded, but you know, I'm not lying. I was working on it. I swear. It's the same thing that happens with the website, guys. This is why I can't talk about anything. I'm never, ever, please, if I ever say I'm doing anything ever again, just tell me to shut up, so I can shut up and upload stuff when it's done, when it's uploaded. That slap disappoints. Yeah. I'm sorry, man. Longshot video and Abyss are coming in 2025, yeah. Might stream it, maybe on Twitch. Go for it, Pete. Why not, man? I swear I was working on it, guys. It's It's you're not gonna believe me until it's uploaded, but anyway, I'm gonna have to speed things up for future videos like this because this is taking way too long. Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst bundles. Neat. They're not for units. Okay. No problem. I need to do an energy dump before we move on. I was gonna be sarcastic and say minutes, but baby, I'm working really hard and missing sleep. Thank you. At least my wife knows. Can you answer my question? Yeah. I have 4-star Medusa. The answer is 4-star Medusa. Just kidding. 4-star Medusa, Hyperion, Corvus Glaive. Yeah, this is good enough to auto-fight. Wait, what team do I have in here? Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's heroic. 4-star Medusa, Hyperion, Corvus Glaive, and Captain Marvel movie. And I was wondering which one I should invest in. I'm about to go into Act 5 and Realm of Legends after. Leaning towards Cap movie Marvel, whatever her name is. If you run Suicides, I would recommend Corvus. You don't have to, but man, it's hard to argue against Corvus in that lineup if you're running Suicides. If you're not running Suicides, personal preference all the way. Me personally, I like them all, and I would love to have all those champions ranked up. I would have to give it to Hyperion, just because I end up using Hyperion. He's like my second most commonly used champion. But again, that's me personally. You got to figure out what you enjoy playing. If you enjoy Cap Marvel, cool. There is zero downside in I mean, there's always a little trade-off, right? So I shouldn't say zero downside, but seriously, she's just as good as the others, and a lot of people would make that same choice. So whichever you prefer out of those three. Or even Corvus. Some people like Corvus without Suicides, but I don't know too many people, to be honest. Or maybe I do know people, but they just don't normally say it. Anyway, J Metz handing over a buck, saying, "Hey BG, I know you haven't done any Abyss yet, but wanted to get your opinion. Would you think that taking Venom the Duck in to help with Red Skull because of toxic armor is more practical than the Ronin Stunlock?" Well, I haven't even seen that fight, but I did see a screenshot of Hector, and it was like 3,000 hits or something like that to get through Red Skull. But he's stunned the entire way. I don't think there's anything more practical than just using Ronin to stunlock. I mean, yeah, there's a chance you slip up or something like that and die, but then you just go back in and stunlock him again. What was I gonna say? If you want to use Venom the Duck for other fights, well, that's another story. If you're gonna be taking him in there anyway or something, but I haven't heard anybody use Venom the Duck in there yet. I was kind of curious about that. Like, I don't know. I don't think he'd be that bad in the Abyss. If you do like the special 3 cycle, if you do the special 3 cycle with him, because special 3s only count as a single hit, it'd be slow. You'd be watching the animation a lot. But his damage is great. Keep the buffs up constantly. I don't think, you know what? The thing about Venom the Duck, I think he's better for Labyrinth though. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I don't know anything. I don't really know much about the Abyss. But the reason I said that is because in Labyrinth it feels like you have to block more. It feels like you take more damage from the average fight, at least, just because you have limited parries. But in the Abyss, it seems like you don't have limited parries, and you're able to just kind of go nuts. And then you die eventually anyway, so the healing from Venom the Duck is not as important. Whereas I feel like in Labyrinth, that was a real benefit. It just allowed you to make mistakes or take that extra block damage and recover from it. So, I don't know how good Venom the Duck is for the Abyss in general, but for that particular fight, I love Venom the Duck, but I would use Ronin for sure. Unless, again, I was taking another champion in his spot for other fights. Taylor Bost sending over 2 saying, "Call me Brick. Hopefully the wall holds up tonight." All right, Brick. Thank you very much. What a hardcore street name that is. Brick. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it, man. Can only really fit Ronin into one lane, and you got to do that Red Skull 3 times. Oh, really? Ooh, okay. Dun 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 dun. Lola. Yeah, Laura just told me I don't have music on too. I forgot about that. All right, let me turn that on in the next fight. I forgot when I'm recording videos. I just wanted to turn the sound off. That way the sound doesn't interrupt the background music for the video. All right. Come on, teleport. I need to get into a fight so I can turn the music on, please. Thank you. ABG 6-star Sim Supreme unduped, worth a rank 2. Only if you have a bunch of other champions ranked up, I would say. Sim Supreme, he doesn't... Oh, crap. Oh, I forgot to pause it. He doesn't really need his Awaken ability for the average situation. So, like, yeah, he's still usable unawakened. But he's also still usable at rank 4. He's not the type of champion that you want to use for every fight anyway. So, if you're just happy and excited that you pulled a good 6-star, that's awesome. And Sim Supreme is a great 6-star to pull. But I hope you're not forcing that rank up just because you pulled someone good. Like, he's perfectly fine at rank 1. And then the few times that you do want to turn to Sim Supreme, sometimes you really do want that Awaken ability, so... Yeah, I don't know. If you're, like... Okay, let me give you a situation where I would take Sim Supreme up to rank 2. I'm in Act 6, Chapter 2, pulling up to the champion boss, and about to throw down. You know what? I'm gonna invest some resources into that Sim Supreme. And again, only if I had a bunch of other champions ranked up too, because I would, if I don't have a lot of other champions ranked up, I would just pop some boosts and go in there with a rank 1. Hey BG, back to you talk about stuff you don't want to talk about. Cough, nerfs, cough. Yeah, please, not tonight. I'm already beaten by this, by my editing process, by my extremely slow editing process once again today. I can't handle it. Can't handle nerf talk. Corey, send it over too. Is that a brick? Wow. The brick emoji, okay. I didn't know there was such a thing. But Corey, thank you very much. I appreciate it. The wall is growing. I see Jay talking to Doobs about that fight. Doom is pretty damn solid for it. When you get a good cycle going and keep him above 2 bars of power, you can keep, or you can get some solid damage in. I remember seeing a little bit of that fight, but I don't remember enough of it. I do know that you have to have him 2 bars of power. That power drain seems like it's a very reliable thing. Plus, is Doom shock immune? He's shock immune, I think, right? I think that's his one immunity. Let's get out of here. I don't need to dump any more energy. I could finish that up later. I love Doom, but I only have him as a 440, so I don't remember all of his abilities, all of his passives. Well, okay. Immunity to Armor Break, Armor Shatter, and Shock. I forgot about the Armor Break stuff, I guess, but yeah, okay. So yeah, even if you slip up, yeah, man, Doom seems like a good option, for sure. I am curious to see, man, I am kind of curious to see how Venom the Duck would do in that fight, just cause curious, you know, but, it'd be a tough sell, possibly, to bring him in. Maybe I should turn Suicides back on, too, now that I'm done with the Longshot stuff. Did not use Suicides for any of the Longshot recordings, which, I don't know, man, Longshot is an interesting champion, like, thinking about his masteries, you don't really need Mystic Dispersion, and his damage scales better than the average champion with Suicides, just because his abilities, he has 0+ attack from his abilities, and his abilities also scale with crit damage rating too. So you really get more out of every way to boost your attack. And without that boost, his damage kind of sucks. Unless you're in an ideal situation. So yeah, like, I don't know. Like, if you're playing Longshot, it feels like you want to be running him with Suicides, even though he's not very suicide friendly. It's quite interesting in that way. Lags, what up, dude? How you doing, man? Finally reached that 500,000 player rating milestone. Nice, man. Big love for all your help, BG. Dude, I'm glad I could sit here and probably get you pissed off enough about nerfs to take your aggression out in the arena, maybe? I don't know. Thanks, BG. I'm on 6.2.6 and staring that champion boss exactly like what you're talking about. Okay, cool, man. Then yeah, that is a worthwhile rank up. Like that, the champion boss. Once you get the hang of it, it's manageable. But like that's the best it's gonna get, you know. I would hesitate to ever call that fight easy. There are people that, you know, I mean, like look at Metal Sonic, dude. The dude, he fought the champion on stage and killed him. So yeah, he can probably kill the champion more times than he would die to him. But still, that is no easy fight. Any little slip up. So yeah, investing resources in a champion to take him down is just gonna save you those resources in the long run. Be worth it. Thinking of Suicides, can we see your setup? Sure. Yeah, I might as well toss them back on, I suppose. We started BG on a tangent. That's all I know, Pixie Bell. That's all I know. Hang on. Man, do I want to switch to Suicides, actually? We're gonna get Mojo soon. Maybe I should leave them off. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the Suicides off, actually. So, I'm sorry, I can't show you my Suicide setup. Normally what I would have for Suicides is I would not have these 5 points in Mystic Dispersion. I would not have these 2 points in Dexterity. I would drop a point from Perfect Block. And then that's 8 points right there. 1 point glass cannon, 1 point recoil, and then the 6 for the final 2 suicide masteries. I mean, this build, yeah, this is definitely not my normal build, because I also usually don't have points in assassin or deep wounds, and I do normally have maxed out despair. So I'm sorry. I do have videos on my channel if you search for what would be a good one? Probably the most recent video that I made about masteries, which I probably titled something stupid like current mastery build, which, I mean, the second that video is uploaded, you know, I change my masteries all the time, so the second it's uploaded, it no longer applies. But I do, like, whatever most recent video I made for masteries, that's definitely the mastery setup that I would most commonly run. So if you search for that, you could see it, and it is a suicide mastery build. That's another thing I promised. I said I was gonna have like a mastery week in the new year. I gotta do that. Those videos don't take that long to talk about masteries. Big Red sending over 10, saying I gave you like a wrecking ball. Hey BG. I mean, I almost started to sing that and realized I should not. Dude, Big Red, thank you, man. Appreciate the 10. That's very kind of you. Very kind of the wrecking ball. Whoa, lags! You just got Man Thing? Yes! the best Mystic champ. I still really like Man Thing a lot. A lot. Roboto is going to give you credit, but BG doesn't pay attention to me, so I have to be short and sweet and direct. But yes, you said the music was off. Oh. Whoops. My bad, Roboto. Alright, let's get back to the arena. Rip wall 2020 to 2020. Yeah. Alright. Damn, the crappy arena grinds continue. Ugh. How many units for masteries, and how long will it take a semi-free-to-play to get the units level 45? I don't. That's an extremely difficult question to answer, just because everybody's different, you know. To unlock the full suicide masteries, including willpower, and the important prerequisite masteries, it's roughly 8,000 units. And if you hit all the milestones in every single arena, you can get 2,000 units a week, even slightly more if you're really on top of the grinding game. But not too many people hit every single milestone in a week, so really hard to say. There's also some other factors that go into it too. You say you're semi-free to play. I'm curious if maybe you have the sigil or something like that, because there's discounted mastery items in the if you have the sigil, so that'll save you a little bit. And then I will also say too, the offers that come around for money, the mastery core offers are usually some of the best. Kabam will throw out like 3,000. Is that too much? Maybe like 2,000 units worth of mastery cores for like 20 bucks, which is considerably cheaper than, you know, if you bought the units and did it that way. But those offers, they also don't come around too frequently, so you can chance it and wait for an offer like that to come around if you want, and just continue playing without suicides until then. Stockpile your units, something like that. Might be worth it to you. But it's one of those things where, like, seriously, those mastery offers don't come around too frequently, and I could just imagine someone waiting patiently for a few months for a mastery core offer to come around, and they're finally like, all right, I can't do it anymore. I need to unlock new masteries. So they spend their units, get the mastery cores, and then like a day later, hey, we have a mastery core sale. He ignores me for the most part anyway, Mama. I know. I'm sorry, Roboto. I'm not giving it my best hit all the miles from today. Starting my Abyss prep. Ooh, Rampage. Okay, cool. Stepping down from 4 Loki for a season or two. Just got some life stuff. Hoping to get Act 6 cleared as well in that time. As I'll have my champs free. Okay. Understandable, man. And my last Abyss path, I went to put in Resonate and came to the realization I never unlocked those masteries in the defense tree, and I had to fork out even more units for that garbage. Really, Dubes? Oh man, that's brutal, because those masteries are expensive. I'm sure you were pissed. Those are like the most expensive masteries for a for this single level, at least. I think it's two carbonadium cores, right? Rough. Does Laura call you BG in real life? Of course, it's my name. Yeah. No, she doesn't. But I think the person who got me into this game, oddly enough, called me BG. And I can't think of too many other people in my life that have done that. So it's kind of a weird coincidence. It's pretty much just the MCC community. And then the person that got me into this game. Very weird. Only calling BG in the community via text. Yeah, I imagine that's why it started too. Is just because who wants to actually type out the full name? Just type out BG. I thought he called you Bart. Yeah, that's true. He did call me Bart more than BG, I guess. But sometimes when I walked in, he'd be like, "It's the BG" or something like that. But then, yeah, 90% of the time it was Bart, actually. You're right. I just remember it because, yeah, like no one else ever used the initials BG. I never heard that for, you know, you have like the common initial names like TJ or something. TJ, AJ. Probably a couple more that I can't think of off the top of my head, but BG. I was thrown by it. Yeah, I had a few carb cores, but had to pick one up. That's not too bad if you already had some. Okay. BG is a fellow free-to-player. Would you think it's worth spending units to run Abyss without Aegon? Already completed all the content, but no worthy 6s to potentially take to rank 3, too. Well, I think you just answered your own question, actually. I could understand your desire to want to get in there, and that's, I'm sure, why you're asking. But the reality is, if you don't have a champion to take to rank 3, the chances are not that high that after the Abyss you would get one. I don't know if you have a champion that you're just waiting to awaken, and that could help the odds in your favor a little bit, but still, yeah, I think it's probably worth waiting. Save those resources. I mean, I'm sure you, like, if you farmed enough, you could probably get it done unitless. Especially if you took advantage of like the revives from the last event or something like that. But I would probably hold out. There's some exceptions to that too, though, of course. I don't know if you're in a competitive alliance where you need prestige or something like that. And if you need prestige, then, you know, do what you gotta do. If I was still in for Loki, I probably would have done a run already. I would have farmed. I think I could do it either unitless or the very minimal amount of units. But it's just such a low chance for me to actually get rewards, and it feels like you're probably in a very similar spot. Don't want to say Aegon is a must-have, but man, he kind of is, unless you're just ready to shell out some serious units. For exploration, at least, you could get initial clear without him. Yeah, so I still don't know all the fights, but dude, after watching Hector try to fight the Collector, and to be fair, I also don't know how the Collector works too well, but it seemed like Hector was doing everything he could, and he was just barely chipping away at the Collector. And then I saw Lags go in there with his Aegon and just pummeled the dude. Like, he still had to pop some revives and everything, but man, it was such a night and day difference. He just crushed it. I feel like the other fights, at least the ones I've seen, it seems like you could fill in with other champions. I haven't seen as big of a disparity from the streams that I caught as with the Collector. Yo, BG, if I take my Namor up to rank 5 now, I'll still get the March compensation if I sell him in a couple days, right? I can't remember. Someone asked that before the update hit, and I honestly don't remember the answer. If someone else knows, please put it in the chat. I want to say it was either somewhere in the post or maybe in one of the follow-up responses or something like that. But I don't know. Does she call you Hun, Babe, Bay, Snicky Poo? What the heck? Yeah, the last one, of course. I don't know. I mean, it's just us two in here, so. And I'm normally not outside when we're talking, you know? So she doesn't need to say any name. If she talks, I'm assuming she's talking to me, you know? UG, any idea when you're headed up to Vancouver? Not really. I really want to go with Lags and Pete. And Laura, of course. So we gotta like coordinate. We gotta coordinate between the three of us, or four of us, I guess. And the earliest is probably gonna be sometime around April. We gotta talk more though. We wanted to do maybe a little meetup up there. I don't know if it's the first. I don't know if it'll be the first Canadian meetup, but I don't remember hearing of others. So, if there's any Canadians around, which I know there are, because I've seen the Toonies and I've seen the Loonies, it'd be cool. Although I know Vancouver's also on one side of the coast, one side of the country. That's a hell of a trek from other areas. Laura would need to coordinate for you almost. Well, I'm the fourth wheel. Thanks. Not like that. I didn't mean it like that. I'm just tired. And yeah, I do need Laura's help. Basically, I talked to... Well, I'm going to talk to Pete and Lags. We've briefly mentioned it, but we haven't spent a lot of time talking about when we're going, I guess. And then, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it all happens. Laura, help. I like at a Canadian meetup. All 5 of them? I think there's more Canadians playing this game than 5. But I didn't realize that. That's cool. Tempted to try to get up there after have more substantial income incoming. Yeah, that'd be cool. Definitely after all your training and all that stuff. Laura snaps fingers, Brian arrives. Isn't that like a supermodel thing? Like, I have arrived. Now I feel the need to have a Fabio wig. Image stream yesterday. Glory Man said he was thinking of doing a meetup, or he wished there was. And then Alex said from his Discord there is one guy who does it. Interesting. In that area? Or... because I know Glory is from my home country of New Jersey. That's right, I called it a home country. No, it's a magic thing. Bippity boppity boo. Careful. Could disappear. Fabio wig or Pete draping his locks on you? Yeah, pretty much. Subsidonian. Hey BG, who has the better beard, Cap Infinity or Mr. Fantastic? Dude, can I just say, I hate that they look so much alike. Like, yeah, if you're paying attention and everything, you could tell the difference between them, of course. But there are so many times that I click on Beardo thinking it's Mr. Fantastic or the other way around. I don't know who has the better beard. I just hate that they look so much alike. We can go look at them in a second after I get out of this round. But those dudes piss me off. BG in a Fabio wig. I pay harder dollars to see that. Oh man, too bad I don't have one. The only wig I have is a rainbow afro wig. Courtesy of Dysentery Joe. If stuff gets approved, I could become an apprentice electrician in the fall. Nice. I was thinking about being an electrician once myself. That was before the wannabe teacher days. Which was before the wannabe professional drummer days. Which was before the wannabe website maker days. Okay. Beardo or Mr. Fantastic? It's tough, man. That's tough. I feel like it's not really a better or worse situation. I feel like Captain America is more intimidating. Like if I saw Captain America and Mr. Fantastic, you know, like walking down the street together or something, and I had a question or needed help or something like that, I would turn to Mr. Fantastic any day. And then if I saw like, I don't know, if I just got mugged or something, I'd be like, Captain America, please use your beard to save me. You know, like a damsel in distress. Because of the friendliness of Mr. Fantastic, I'm gonna have to give him the points just because, you know, I like a friendly guy. It sounds weird to say. Let's get out of here. Let's stop talking about this. Oh man. Brian wanted to be everything when he didn't know what he wanted to do. That's correct. I also wanted to be a professional bowler. Did I say that? I mean, I know I've said it in the past, but yeah, that was a thing too. You guys the same way? Does everybody go through that? If you don't know what you really want to do, you're just like, oh yeah, I guess I could do that. Or something. Usually I left a broom standing straight up in my living room overnight. Did it clean up? Is there a new Roomba? The Broomba? Mr. Fantastic looks old and fragile? You think so? I don't think he looks fragile in any way. I don't think he looks old either. It looks like he just... It looks like he's seen a lot, you know? Like he's still pretty young, but he's seen some stuff. He's been through a lot. Professional Baldy? Is that what you said, BG? If that's the case, you're a Hall of Famer. Wow, thank you. Excited about War Season rewards coming in today. Sorry, couldn't help myself. I'm pumped. I can't wait to get these War Season rewards. I honestly didn't even know that the season was over. BG, moving to a Map 6 Alliance. Any tips for Map 6? I'm guessing you're coming from Map 5, right? First thing I'll tell you is Map 6, don't be intimidated. You gotta go in there, show it who's boss. It's really not so much different. It's not different. It's not really too different from Map 5. In fact, some people prefer Map 6 over Map 5. Most people prefer Map 6 over Map 5 because the AI is more predictable in Map 6. They're more aggressive. The later days, especially depending on your path, can get a little bit difficult, but you have those early days to warm up and everything. So your first day in there, don't be scared. You really want to plan out your path just to make sure you have the right champions. It's not you don't need super specific champions for most paths, but of course, anytime you take a new path, you just want to pay attention to that. Make sure you join the right battle group since you're going to a different alliance. What else? Communicate, as any good alliance member should do when you clear your alliance mates, your battle group mates. Make sure to let them know. Since there are a few additional nodes in Map 6, especially compared to Map 5. And just before moving, especially in Section 3, since it's 10 separate lanes, just really double check everything, that you're taking the right path, and that's about it. Cough, cough, don't join the wrong BG like Pete. Did Pete join the wrong group? Is that recent, or when he first joined the alliance? I don't even... If it was when he first joined, I don't remember. It's really not too big a deal if somebody joins the wrong group. It's... more than anything, it's just embarrassing for the person who did it. But it's easy enough to temporarily make a swap, Everyone else is like, don't worry about it. Meanwhile, the person that did it's like, nah, especially if it's a new alliance, Dude, I forgot I had Squirrel Girl. Jay Divine. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. While they were gone, I got an iPhone message from their daughter. Where's this going? She said swing through and bring some wine. I want your man thing from behind. What? What the fudge is up, my guy? Jay Divine. What in the world? Oh man. Getting a little pushing it here, man. Oh man, come on, dude. Oh, whoops. Crappy AI Magneto. Wish they showed in game how many wars we did in a season. Don't think I did 5 as well. Ooh. Bummer. Done 0 wars. I hear that, Roboto. Fitz sending over 5 saying for the Fabio wig fund. Wow. Thanks, man. How much do Fabio wigs go for anyway? I'm imagining it's pretty expensive. Is it like the... Actually, I don't know anything about wigs. I was assuming it goes by length, and that's what it would make it expensive, but I don't know. Let's look it up. Fabio wig. Please don't actually donate for this fund, by the way, because... Well, this one has it's a 1-star review for 27 bucks. Is there anything better? Maybe I shouldn't type in Fabio wig. Just long hair wig for men. Okay. Okay, seems to be in the $200 price range, roughly. Okay. I like how they have a, it's a picture of, it's a picture of Brad Pitt for this wig. Oh man, I don't really want to put it on screen because it's on the like the white Google background. It's gonna be bright as hell for a lot of you guys. But yeah, it's just, I mean, it's nothing much to see anyway. It's just literally a picture of Brad Pitt, who I'm sure is not getting paid for this. They're just using his image just to sell wigs. For 200 bucks, you can look like Brad Pitt, I guess. Maybe he is getting paid for it. Who knows? Fitz sent over another 5, saying from Pixie. Who Pixie said add another 5 for me, Fitz. Oh goodness. Well, thank you very much, Fitz or Pixie or both of you, I guess. What would your guys' name be together? Fitzy Bell. There we go. Big Red sending over 5 as well, saying every little bit helps. Hashtag wig fund. Oh, please don't do this. Guys, I'm not getting a wig. Oh, man. All I have to do... Guys, I don't need a wig. All I have to do is remove my bald cap. And I have... my head of hair basically looks like Panda Man Pete's. So, what do I need a wig for? Brian Pitt. Yeah, there we go. Eric Gwynn sent it over to saying, what do you think about Sabretooth? Sabretooth, little, not too many people know this, but check this out. Sabretooth, I actually have him at rank 5. He's rank 5, level 1. I never made a video about it because, there was another video I wanted to make beforehand, and I actually want him to be level 1 for that video. But I actually did take him up to rank 5. I don't know, he's just okay in my opinion. He's a little above average, I would say. He has immunity to cold damage like cold snap and frostbite, which isn't. I mean, let's be honest. There's not too many champions that have cold damage, so you don't really need that too much. But there have been occasions, some of the most annoying champions in the game to fight. You know, you fight a high level Iceman, you want that immunity, so that's nice. His damage I found to be pretty good after ramping him up. It's just the ramping him up part that's kind of annoying. But yeah, his damage is pretty good when he is ramped up. It's actually, I used him a bunch in 6.2.6. I wish I had him at rank 5 when I was doing that. But yeah, no, the biggest reason I ranked him up is not because of how good he is on his own. He's the best. Like, his synergy is the best synergy that you can get for Omega Red. So I always, and like, Omega Red is my #1 most played champion. So if I always have Sabretooth on the team anyway, and he's actually come in handy and saved me sometimes, like I you know, that's why I ranked him up. But yeah, like, just him by himself, if you don't have an Omega Red, personally I think it's kind of tough to justify the rank up. Defensively, he's a solid enough champion too, so he does have that going for him, but he's also not known as like one of the top defenders. He's just the type of defender that if somebody maybe is not familiar with like evading his special one, which, by the way, to evade Sabretooth's special one, do 4-hit combo instead of 5, and then normally you're good. But anyway, he can pick up some kills like that, or if somebody goes in and doesn't expect the healing to be as much and they run out of charges with Corvus or something like that, you know. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Sabretooth. He's pretty good, and he gets elevated because of the champion that he supports with Omega Red. But yeah, thank you very much for the 2. Hope that answers your question. Big Red sent over another 10 saying, "Take off the bald cap." You won't. Of course, I would break my contract, so yeah, I can't. Of course. Crazy? I need the money from my bald cap company, which I guess that means I'm paying myself. But listen, I have to keep advertising the bald caps, or else we're not going to move any product. So I can't do it. Plus, I just applied a fresh coat of paste to keep the cap on. You know, I don't want to have to redo that, so. Dude, thank you very much for another 10, though, man. It's very generous of you. Zero Frost Ninja sent it over 2 as well, saying, "Here's to removing the bald cap 10. Oh my god. Really? There's 2 funds going, one one Fabio wig fund and the other to remove my bald cap. Both things will not be done. Save your money, guys." I appreciate the support, but save your money. Is that Demiok? Demiok, what's up, dude? Brain, help. Demi drunk. Oh no. Need hugs ASAP to feel better. Bring it in, Demiok. Bring it in, man. Can you help me out? Yeah, man, of course. P.S. blowing me a kiss would make me sober immediately. Well, you're not getting that, Demiok, but bring it in, man. You know I'm there for you. I'm not gonna blow you a kiss though, man. It's too much. You're asking too much. What's up though, man? BG, the Longshot vid, where art thou? I know. I put a lot of work into it. I really did. I look like the biggest liar in the world, especially because this is not my first time saying that I put a lot of work into something and I have nothing to show for it. But I gotta upload it tomorrow. I want to upload it before people get a chance to buy the crystals and stuff like that. Because yeah, well, yeah, I don't want people spending without seeing like the full side of things. Which there's, you know, I wanted it uploaded as soon as the embargo was lifted, and it just, yeah, obviously not done yet, so I don't know what else to say on it at this point. I'm working on it, though. I spent the entire day working on it, just like I did yesterday. It's gonna be a good video, though, when it comes out. Austin sent it over 5, saying, Saberman, great synergy team, Omega, Void, Colossus, Saberman, plus whoever, OG Vision, personal choice. Yeah, I use that team all the time. Here's, I'll show you, that's a good team. I'll show you mine that I like to use. So, Omega, I don't have suicides on right now, so I wouldn't actually run this, but let's grab that Saberman. Kind of sucks that it defaults to 6-star. If my, you know, my 5-star is going to be stronger. But then Void, and then here's what I like to do. Grab that hype. Get a little bit of the extra crit synergy. Or if I don't, if I feel like I can get by without hype, get that double crit synergy plus attack synergy. And say screw that last slot. But yeah, man, you said OG Vision. It's a good team. Where's my OGV at? Probably should have filtered it. Oh, okay. I regret not filtering it. Let's filter it. Oh, it's right there. Ooh, yeah, you got this synergy. Avengers 15 attack rating. I guess you only have one Avenger on the team, though, right? And then you get that Fear the Void. I can dig it. I kind of forgot about that synergy, to be honest. But dude, thank you very much for the 5. Appreciate it, Austin. Big Red sent it over another 5, saying, listen, it's one or the other. You put a wig on that shiny head or take off the bald cap. Wow. Well, all right. Just like start peeling my scalp back. You know, I will say that one day I do think it'd be cool to do a cosplay kind of thing. I would want to get in good shape, which I mean I should want to get in good shape anyway, right? But like, imagine it if I just showed up. This is something I think about, which saying it kind of ruins it a little bit. But I think about showing up to Comic-Con sometimes, just with like a full costume. Like, oh, what's the guy that does it? The dude from Mythbusters. I forget his name. But yeah, like he goes to Comic-Con in just this, in like those gigantic costumes where no one could tell it's him, right? And I don't think it would take much for me to pull that off. I think if I just put contacts in, maybe shaved, and put a wig on, and I feel like people wouldn't know. Adam Savage, yeah, that's the dude's name. That and pants, and that's it. Complete costume right there. Zero Frost Ninja sent it over another 2, saying I vote for taking off the bald cap over the wig. Well, alright, hold on 1 second. I don't want you guys to see the process, so. Alright, it's off. You guys sure you want to see this? I'm just kidding. What the heck? You guys, I know most of you are probably like, shut up, man. Obviously you didn't do anything except for make a whole bunch of noises. But I know there's some of you that might have been expecting something. There's at least one person. Has to be. Somebody's drunk enough That's when you put on the rainbow wig. I know. I don't have it near me. I would have, but I don't have it near me. It's in the closet, so. Take your time with the video, BG. Excited to see the finished product. Thank you, Sidonia. It's gonna be good, man. I'm excited to share it with you all. I can honestly say at this point I've spent more time on this video than any other champion guide in the past, so. Pokeball Mr. Sinister for the Genetic Masterpiece synergy. Been having a lot of fun with the full Domino training of those two. Quick shot. I've tried to make that synergy work so many times. I just can't, like, I don't know. I never can get to. I never get it to. Well, I mean, it works. I could just never fit them on the team, I guess. Probably because I don't use Domino. Probably works better with Domino than most champions. But, man, I was kind of disappointed that I wasn't able to utilize that synergy more. Especially after missing Mr. Sinister, 5-star arena when I grinded for him. Avery Lopez sent it over to 2 saying you have a better chance of him popping the egg. No. There is a better chance of me sprouting like not a wig, not taking off the bald cap, just actually growing new hair. There's a higher chance of that than the egg opening. Try every night, man. Just doesn't want to be opened. Thank you very much for the 2, though. Big Red sent over another 5, saying worth it for the sound alone. Alright, I'm glad. Thank you, man. Was expecting the debut of hair overlay. Code, I was actually thinking back. I don't know if you remember, I made a joke video for April Fool's Day once. You know what? I could probably find the picture. I don't have it saved on my computer, but I can go and find that video. I tried out for MMXIV once. Oh god, hold on. Hopefully this doesn't take too long to find. Shouldn't. Alright. Yep, popped right up. Good. It's only a 2-minute video. We're not going to watch the video, but... crap. Oh. Actually, let me just put it on screen right now as is. Oh. Oh. Okay, there we go. I was like, why did it not work? But it did work. Okay. So this is, oh man, this is the old days. Look how I look a lot younger right there. Ooh, look at this top champion right here, man. 364,000 rated. For Loki, we were still sub 10 million. Got Hood in the profile. Got Cable in the profile. Quake. All 3 champions that I don't... I mean, Superior Iron Man, too. All 4 of these champions I've never played in my entire life. Is this the video? I think this is the video. Oh yeah, it's at the end. Okay. You got a rank 4 on Doob Sim. Yeah, this was like the rank down tickets. There it is, man. There it is. There's your There's the that's what I did with the wig money. Oh man. Glorious, huh? Yeah, that was with rank down tickets, because that was not too far from 12.0. Because I don't think, yeah, my Sim Supreme, he's still not ranked 4 now. I needed that prestige, man. Dubes, that's right when we started doing map 6. So creepy. Yeah. Oh, man. MX probably loved the way you play, but didn't let you in because you wouldn't take off the bald cap. They probably didn't like the way I played back then either. I wasn't in my prime yet, you know? I was still learning. Then again, I feel like everybody has gotten way better since then, so... Well, the people that were controlling their accounts, at least, were not in their prime yet either. Like, that was pre-Alliance War seasons by a lot, actually. Alliance War seasons were still nowhere near hitting the game. And once Alliance War seasons did hit the game, everyone's skill elevated because everyone had to. Everyone had to really look at, well, if you're competitive at least. The pressure was on. We actually started getting tier 4 class Callus? Yeah, exactly. Dude, those were all prestige rank ups. I'd saved those tier 4 class Catalysts my entire life. I don't even know how I was able to rank up Sim Supreme. Or, sorry, not Sim Supreme. Superior Iron Man. Thinking of SIM. But yeah, I remember grinding for those champions just because we needed the prestige. I mean, the cable 24-hour grind was only... was in February, I think, right? And that video was April 1st, so it's pretty fresh. We're doing map 6 with nothing but 4s. That was so long ago. Yeah, dude. 4-star Ultron. Coming through. What are your top 3 favorite synergies? Number 1 is probably the synergy with Stealth Spidey that he gives to Infinity Man of the Iron variety. Only because Iron Man, that synergy. I have a hard time playing Iron Man without that synergy. Like, if I'm just doing a standard fight or whatever, okay, fine. I don't need to chain the plasmas, but even if I just want to go have some fun against, like, Winter Soldier, messing around in Realm of Legends, I can't do it without that synergy. So, that might be number 1. What are my other favorites? I don't want to just say the Omega and Sabretooth one. That's the one I use the most, for sure. But I feel like it's too easy of an answer. The Fantastic Four synergy, I think, is really fun to play with, for Thing in particular. Just building up those rock stacks and having them convert instantly is really enjoyable. I don't know what my third would be. Runner-up, I guess would probably be the Omega Saber synergy or Nick Fury shrugging off suicides. I don't have a Heimdall, so can't really say him. If I had him as a 5-star, maybe that would be it to use in Act 6, you know? You're probably the only YouTuber who has the best Quake explain video but doesn't use her. Oh man, that video is... I don't... That video is probably so useless, right? At the time, I feel like it was pretty good. I was proud enough of it. Considered it one of my better videos, but... I feel like I would just be embarrassed watching it at this point. Is it still alright? I don't even know, man. It can't be. That was... Quake... She worked a little bit differently back then, and yeah, it wasn't like known the best way to play her by everybody, at least. Maybe there was some of the top people like keeping like her best practices secret or something like that. I don't know, but man, she worked a little bit differently back then. Her I don't remember exactly what changed. I think her damage changed. I think what happened like after the opponent tried to hit you changed a little bit. You couldn't... Could you parry? Could you parry with Quake at all? Or did you have to play like no parry style? I really don't remember. It's been so long. I just remember there being like some relatively big changes for Quake. And then after those changes, that's when I feel like players really started developing their Quake game. I do remember being pretty proud of that video when I made it. But yeah, things change. Quake has changed. Read last BG. What is last Pixie Bell? Wig color's wrong for your complexion? Probably. BG pulled 5-star Luke Cage. Is that good? Yeah, Luke Cage is good. He's one of those champions that is... He's not in the same league as some of the best champions, but he still holds his own very well. And I still use him from time to time. I have a rank 4 Luke Cage that I use. Quick shot. Her aftershock didn't scale at all, or just not as well as it should. I remember I used her to try to fight magics, and because I used suicides, I didn't have to use specials. When will the Alliance War rewards be out? It's usually around 2... Somewhere... Usually around like 2 a.m. Pacific time, I think. So, you got about 2.5 hours. Give or take, you know. If it's late for you, the rewards will be there in the morning. Just get some sleep, you know. Sometimes they're a little bit delayed too and stuff like that. I can show you an old vid of mine if you want. No, I mean I have plenty of old videos with her myself. I was just couldn't remember off the top of my head exactly how it worked. My count is low with science, so he's pretty much my go-to now. Okay, it's not a bad go-to. I used Luke oh, okay, whoops. I'm fine. I thought I messed up. I thought I was gonna make the thing go unstoppable. Wasn't paying attention. I remember going to Comic-Con. It wasn't this last Comic-Con, it was the one before that. And there was a relatively difficult event out at the time. Because I remember doing the event like on the train going into New York. I think it was Modoc's. I want to say it was Modoc's lab, but it might have been like some variation of it. I don't remember now, but we had those roller box things, you know, to re-roll the nodes, and yeah, I remember my top champions. They were locked in War and Alliance Quest half the time, and I would use both of my Luke Cages to get through it. My 455 Luke Cage and then my 6-star rank 1 Luke Cage. I very distinctly remember, like, those were my best champions for it. Like, I had some other champions to use too, but I just remember them being really good. And if I slipped up and died with one of them, I was just kind of pissed because I was like, ah, crap, now I have to use one of these other scrubs. But Luke Cage was really good for it. And I remember using him in 6.1 as well, Act 6, to kill the first boss. He did a great job there. BG, you got a science gem, burn a hole. Is Thing worth it? Got enough stones to take him to about 110. Yeah, Thing is worth it. He's especially worth it if you haven't done Variant 2 yet. Some people don't even consider Variant 1, but he is good for Variant 1 as well. But he's good in just most areas of the game, all around. Maybe he's not the champion you use all the time, just because there are champions that can handle the easier fights a little bit faster, typically. But yeah, there's a lot of situations where Thing is just a beast. One of the best champs in the game. Totally worth it. Have exactly 666 acorns left in my inventory. It's apparently staying there forever, and now I'm cursed. Oh wait, can we buy the crystal with the acorns? I totally forgot about that. Is that available? Or is that still yet to come? Dude, I've just been everything Longshot for the past few days. I don't know what's going on in the game anymore. I'm the only person that could sit here working on things involving this game for 16 hours in a day and have no clue what's happening in game. Have 0 rounds in the arena done. Haven't spent my quest energy, and yet all I did today was MCOC. I guess I'm not the only person. I guess the guys that actually make this game probably do the same thing. Then again, they know what's going on in the game, at least. What? Dude! I was blocking that whole time. For some reason, my block wasn't registering. Yeah, whatever. Okay, I'll go convert my my nuts after this. Yeah, I'll cash in my nuts. There's only 10 hours left? Oh man, I'm glad you guys said something about it. Whew. Close call. This wouldn't be the first time I would have missed an event. Whew. Alright. Who should I rank 5? My first rank 5 5-star, Blade or Havoc, both duped. I would highly recommend Blade. But I will give you the same advice that I give everybody when it comes to their first rank 5. You have to rank up the champion that you really like. Like your first rank 5, it's a new plateau for you. You're going to be using that champion. I don't want to say exclusively, but you're going to be using that champion significantly more than any other champion in your roster. until you can get another rank 5 at least. So make it a good one. Make it a champion that you really like to play. And a lot of times you could just go with the champion that you're currently playing the most right now. Just take them up to rank 5. The reason why I recommend Blade is because of the sustainability. It'll save you resources going through quests. Especially, you know, as you rank up champions, their damage scales up, their health scales up. But if you have a champion that can heal, well, their healing also scales. Every second that you spend holding block with Blade, percentage-wise, it's the same amount of health, but you know the number itself is bigger. So, yeah, I recommend Blade for that reason. But even more so, I recommend just going with the champion that you really want to play. And if you don't like Blade, or you just have a real strong love for Havoc or something like that, then go for it. Wait, is it in like the... It's in the store area? We get some long loads recently. I don't know if it's... I don't know if anyone else has noticed the same issue, or maybe I don't know. Maybe it's not longer than usual. Maybe I'm just noticing it for some reason. I know it's not here, by the way. I just wanted to look at the profile pics because I so rarely come into the profile pic store. But okay. Is it anywhere in these stores, or is it actually in the crystal? It's okay. It's actually in the crystal thing, I'm guessing, right? Yeah, everyone's saying go to crystals. I was scared to pick my head up because I knew everyone would be yelling at me. Go to the crystals. The daily crystal one? Okay. Oh, wait. You're not talking about the login daily, right? Okay. Never mind. Let me pay attention. Alright. Go real slow. Top? Are you serious? Alright, here's what I saw. I scrolled up real quick, and I read the fine print. I saw the try for 4-star hero, and then I just moved on. And I was thinking like, oh, they're not giving out 4 stars for these things. I mean, I don't know what they're giving out, but I was like, nah, that can't be it. I'll keep scrolling. It's the bald cap. It's cutting off circulation. Yeah, let's blame that. Oh, man. It's another fine day on the internet. Embarrassing myself. Okay, so what do you get out of these things? These crystals have a chance to award gold, 3-star hero crystal shards, tier 4 basic catalyst fragments. Ooh, I like that. Tier 4 class catalyst fragments, or 4-star crystal shards. Okay. I hope you guys don't think I'm actually going to open these crystals right now, because I got some bad news for you if that's what you were thinking. I'm just going to stock up. Got 45k left. Okay. Oh man, we left with 5k nuts. I wish I did like one more thing to get nuts. BG, Havoc or Blade? Second rank 5 5-star. Voodoo duped. Oh wait, it was your second? Wait. Or are you just saying, like, what should your second be? Now I'm kind of curious. I want to find your other comment to see if I just misread it. Oh, I see now. You got to follow. BG can also be Dr. Voodoo as well, apart from Blade, and I have enough resources for 2 rank 5s. So please also suggest one more between Voodoo and Havoc. Okay. Well, that makes it a lot more difficult, and I don't know if I can answer that for you. The only reason is because I don't have a high-level Havoc myself. Well, I kind of do have a high-level Havoc now. I got him as a 6-star, but I used him once on stream to try to fight the Collector, and that's it. I don't know how useful he is. I can tell you that Voodoo has, even though I'm not a big Voodoo fan, Voodoo has come through for me, and I don't regret ranking Voodoo, and I wish I had a Blade because I wouldn't regret that rank up either. Those are probably the 2 that I would go with, but you're going to want to get another opinion from someone who has experience with Havoc. I know how his abilities work and stuff like that. It's just I don't know exactly how useful he is. He's the type of champion where, like, I know he can deal big damage and stuff, but a little slow to ramp up sometimes. No healing. I don't know. But Big Red sent over another 5 saying BG, everybody. Let's get a big old round of applause. I added the O in there. Big round of applause. Thanks, man. I wish I had some sound effects. I would play. I'd play one right now for people clapping and cheering. All right, that's enough of that. Let's go back to the arena. But dude, Big Red, man, thank you so much, man. Alrighty, I'm out. See you, BG, in chat, right, Roboto? Have a good one. BG got nuts and crystals confused. It's confusing. I have to load of nuts. At least I tried to give a good suggestion. Scene doesn't. Well, it's hard to reply to every, you know. But yeah. There'll be plenty of times. Don't give me too much credit for replying. There'll be plenty of times where if you pop in here and ask a question, it's going to get missed. I'm sorry to everyone else that I'm missing your questions. BG's nuts weigh 5K. Did I hear that correctly? Yeah, fits. I'm trying to lose weight, but I ain't gonna be losing weight there, you know what I mean? BG Cap Marvel movie or Corvus for second, rank 5, both duped. If you run Suicides, I'd probably recommend Corvus. If not, I'd go Captain Marvel. Yeah, I think I'll just leave it at that. I mean, you could still go Captain Marvel even if you run Suicides. It's a little bit of more of a personal preference there, but if you're not running Suicides, then I would 100% go with Cap Marvel. BG, you're nearly at 100K subs. It's getting there. I don't know if it's moved much in the past couple of months for my content drought. Man, I was really hoping to come back strong and not have a content drought anymore. And then, well, I spent too much time on one video. But it's gonna be remembered, you know. I can't remember who I heard say this before, but Maybe it was a game developer, or maybe it was for something else. I don't know. But they said something along the lines of people don't remember if you're late, like late to ship something, you know. If a movie is delayed or a game is delayed or something like that, in the moment, especially when you hear something is being delayed, especially when the person making said thing promises it, it feels pretty bad. But you forget about that, you know. What lives on in people's like the legacy of whatever you're making. It's about if it's good or not. I just wish I wasn't late with everything. It'd be better if I wasn't late with everything. If it was just like one thing being late, but it's everything being late. So yeah, in my case, maybe it's a little different. But 1000% true. No one remembers that GTA 5 was delayed like 3 times. Was it? Yeah, I don't remember that at all, but I also don't play GTA, so I think I have a total of 5 minutes clocked in on GTA 5. I think I probably have less than an hour in that entire series, which is a shame because those are some quality games. I don't know, never got into them. I think when those games were really starting to take off, that's when I was starting to get into PC gaming, and I didn't have a console anymore, and the type of PC games I was playing, they were the type of games where, well, I guess I've always been this way, where I just kind of stick to one game at a time. That was my Blizzard phase. I was playing almost exclusively Blizzard games. What's up, KT? Whatever helps you sleep at night. Also, website? Yeah, I know. BG, how do you like Namor since his nerf? Do you plan on selling or keeping him? I'll be keeping him. He's fine still. I didn't appreciate the nerf, but he's still fine. Day you hit 100k, I will graciously donate 100 BG. Mark my words, dude. You do not have to do that at all. I definitely appreciate all that you've done, but I'm not going to hold you to that. But yeah, thank you again for all that you have sent. It is definitely helpful. 7k prestige players should aim for gold 1 or gold 2 Alliance War Alliance? Question mark. You should aim for what you're comfortable with. I think you can get into a gold alliance with 7k prestige. But it depends on kind of what your ambitions are with war. I'll tell you right now, there's a lot of players in this game who are not really into Alliance War so much, and it has kind of a weird effect on just the overall like brackets for Alliance War. You'll find a lot of players that have much stronger accounts, players who've been playing this game for longer, or you know, whatever the reason is that they have stronger accounts. They'll be in that bracket. They'll be in the gold brackets, and it can be pretty difficult. So you can get into gold alliances, I think, with that type of prestige, but it's it may be difficult to keep up unless you're of that mindset, like you want to try your best in war and stuff. This is what I imagine, at least. Like I guess I can't really say it from experience so much. Well, no, actually, whenever we had our like seasons off, where we just we have had seasons off in 4 Loki. Actually, the 4 Loki guys this season, I think it was an off season for them. I wonder where they ended up, if they were shooting for platinum even. But yeah, faced some pretty tough defenses, even in gold. On the run from crazy keyboard warriors because of last night's Domino vid. These folks be crazy. Huh? Did you make a nerf Domino vid or something? What? It works in the food industry too. You can wait to be seated and still tip well. However, try to make people wait when they want to pay and leave, and you get shafted. Wow, I never really thought about that, but you're right. It's like we're so forgetful, or maybe not. Maybe forgetful is not the right word. We just kind of overlook, like, you know, we move on, we move past it. If it's not something that immediately happened to us, we just let it go, right? So if there's a little delay for you to sit down, it's annoying in the moment, but once you're seated, once you're eating, everything's good. And that doesn't, yeah, I've never had that affect my tip. I've never lowered the tip from having, you know, struggling to get a check. But it is annoying. It is annoying, like, you're just sitting there, you're all done, you're ready to go. Alright, check please. Like 20 minutes later, still just can't pay and get out of there. It makes, you know, it makes me want to dine and dash more than anything. I've never done that, but just want to be like, come on, man, I just want to go. I don't want to not pay you, but I want to get out of here, so. Should end up being Plat 1 this season, BG? Alright, Wally. That sounds good, man. Congrats to you guys. I know when not pushing, Plat 1 is pretty good. Pretty damn good. I remember being entirely too young to be playing the original and thinking how cool it would be to have a 3D Grand Theft Auto game, and that no console would ever be strong enough for it. You know, the old Grand Theft Autos, that was like the first time I was introduced to the series too. I guess it was Grand Theft Auto 2. I didn't have a good computer. Like, you know, my family had a computer, but it wasn't really strong enough to play games like that. But a friend of mine, he had a nice computer, and he was always playing like the top of line PC games. That was before I got into PC games. This when I was first introduced to, you know, like Counter-Strike, Team Fortress. Before it was a, yeah, I kind of forget the history with Team Fortress, but it's definitely a lot different back then. Grand Theft Auto. I was trying to think. There had to be more than that, but I really can't remember the other games. But I do remember that one. Like, before you mentioned it, I was thinking that in my mind. Like, I remember seeing like the top-down 2D Grand Theft Auto. Probably spent just as much time in that version as I did in the 3D versions, which again wasn't much in either case, but. BG, got my first decent 6 stars, Sim Supreme. Going to be my first rank 2. Don't even have a Mystic rank 5 yet. Nice, man. Congrats. Sim Supreme, great pull. BG, if you could change one thing about AW/AQ, when will the website be finished? Wow. Totally baited in. Oh my god. I had an answer too. I was like, oh, I already know what I want to say. But I'll finish reading the question. I should have stopped. I'm going to answer anyway, not about the website. But I'll answer. If I could change one thing about Alliance War and Alliance Quest, it would be less linked nodes. I don't really care about Alliance Quest, the linked nodes. If they toned it down a little bit, sure. But really, once they like when map 7 first came out, the linked nodes were ridiculous. Once they toned that down, I never had a problem with it, and I didn't really have a problem with it before then. But Alliance War, or actually, I should say it this way. They could leave the links in Alliance War too, for all I care. But the way the links interact with your boosts, that's the part that bothers me. So I guess change my answer. I would want the permanent boosts, like I've talked about sometimes. Boost once per war. That's it. That way you don't have to wait. You don't have to sit there. Because, I mean, there's not that many links in Alliance War as it is. It's just annoying that everybody waits until they have 5 energy before they make a move to get the most out of their boost. And it's just, it's annoying. Haven't even thought about that in a while since I haven't, man, it's been like almost a month and a half since I've even played a war. But yeah, that'd be it. I really hope Kabam does it. I feel like a lot of people would really appreciate a change like that. I don't know if everybody would. And I'm sure there's going to be some people that wouldn't be happy with it too. But man, I don't expect too many people to not be happy with that change. I feel like a solid 90+% of people would be really pumped about that change. How's your man thing, BG? My man thing's great. Strong as ever. Strong as an ox. I'm running maxed out Mystic Dispersion right now, so, you know. Doesn't take much. You know, a few buffs on the enemy, and as soon as Man Thing sees that, really gets him going. What if we had small energy refills, specifically for AQ/AW, that you had a purchase limit for Glory Loyalty Store? I like the idea of a small energy refill. It could be different for Alliance War and Alliance Quest too. It could it could just give you like 2 energy even, or even 1. What I don't like about that idea though is that it's for sale for Glory or Loyalty. What I would prefer instead is you're given a certain amount from what's it called? From the ranked rewards, or maybe not the ranked rewards, because like I'm not trying to say you should rank high to get those things. Everybody should be able to get those, but just almost like the 3-day events, how everybody gets an energy refill, even if you qualify for like the lowest set of rewards, kind of like that. And you shouldn't have a large cap, so you should have to like use them somewhat regularly. You know, save them for a rainy day, but not like you can stockpile them. And then I like that idea. I think if they're available for Glory or Loyalty, I think people are gonna feel like they have to buy those things. You know, I feel like you'd be pressured to buy them. If someone else in your alliance buys them, you're like, oh, God, all right, fine. I'll buy them too. And I don't know. It feels like it would kind of mess with the balance things more. But if they're just given out in low quantities, low cap, just as a way to kind of smooth over rough patches in your life, you're stuck late at work or something like that, you're going to sleep early, whatever the case may be, I feel like that'd be good. Another thing that I just thought about that I've wanted for a long time, and this would be for Alliance Quest. It could be for both, but this is more so for Alliance Quest, actually. I wish there was a way to teleport back to the starting node. It could be an item. It could be the same thing. Like you're given one for completing that week of Alliance Quest, and there's a very small cap on it or something. But if an emergency comes up, you can fill in for someone. If someone had to leave the Alliance for something, you know, they're in the hospital, you can complete your path. You could teleport back to the start, complete their path, and it would also help with the issue of like accidentally clicking on the wrong path, which feels like a silly way to say, hey, you lose because you were just trying to pinch the screen to zoom out and you clicked on the wrong node, which sometimes your finger's not even close to it, but the game registers it that way. So a little bit of like bug prevention too. That's like the most stressful part of Alliance Quest, in my opinion, is accidentally clicking on the wrong path. Especially in map 6 and map 7, where there's no backups and you're just, oh, sorry. Okay. If you could create an original node for Alliance War, what would it be? That's a tough one. I don't have an answer off the top of my head. Dude, I tried to switch those guys like 3 times. I have some node ideas in my head, but for Alliance War is really tricky. Because Alliance War, you have to be careful. I feel like you can't be as creative as you want in Alliance War because it has to be manageable to get through. Whereas in a quest, you know, we've seen some funky nodes. You know, especially on bosses. On like, you know, like the variant bosses and stuff like that. We've seen some real funky nodes. And they can be tricky to deal with, but then like once you get the hang of it, you're able to clear it. But yeah, in Alliance War you can't really do that. Alliance War you generally have to keep it on the more boring side, to be honest. Which is the other reason why I don't know how many people in here even bothered watching the like the 1 hour war video I made, but it was one of the reasons why I wanted a change to the health potion system for Alliance War, is because like you, what can you, I mean, there's only so much you can do. I'm gonna die. I don't even know why I'm bothering doing this fight. Just kill me, dude. There's only so much you can, there's only so far you can take it in war. The way the game is currently set up. You can count me as one of the upset. War long boosts would make boosting mandatory, and I'm not about being told I have to use resources to compete in Alliance War. How would it make it mandatory? Sidonian Senate over pound saying, BG, would you focus on 6.2 100% or Abyss initial clear? Not sure if I should rank Sim Supreme or Nick Fury. As long as you can... I don't know how much you have left of 6.2, but 6.2 could be really expensive to go through all of it if you've only done like the initial clear. But at the same time, you could slowly chip away at 6.2. It's a tough one, man. Like, obviously the rewards are better in the Abyss, and if you have the right champions for the Abyss, it doesn't seem too bad to do a single path. I don't remember if you've said in the past if you have Aegon. It seems like if you have Aegon and some supporting cast of champions to get through the fights that he's no good for, it doesn't seem too bad to do. And in that case, I'd probably recommend the Abyss. If you don't have Aegon... If you don't have Aegon, Abyss could still be in the quest. Like, it could still be an option. But I would say... Thinking about how I would personally handle it at least. If I didn't have Aegon, I would still do it, but only if I had like a reason to. Like if I had a champion to rank up. I mean, the 6-star shards is always a reason. Especially if you grind arena, it's a lot of arena points, could potentially net you feature champion, whereas you'd otherwise miss, things like that to consider. There's a lot to it actually, but if you didn't have a need for the resources right away, like the tier 5 class catalyst, I mean, because of course, you know, they both give like tier 2 alpha and basic, right? In different quantities, but if you didn't have a need, if you didn't have any champion that you wanted to take to rank 3, I would probably just slowly chip away at 6-2. And yeah, if you did have someone who want to take up, then I'd probably go Abyss. It's a tough one though, man. It's a tough one. A lot of little variables, depending on how you play, champions you have, things like that. They're both, I mean, it's some of the toughest content either way you look at it, so. It'd be mandatory in the same way a good value is mandatory buy in this game. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. It would be more worth it, yeah. The value would be better, absolutely. But the value is so poor right now that even by like doubling the value, let's assume that you only boost twice in war, which some people boost more than twice per war. The value is so poor right now that if you double the value, it's still not worth it to like boost big, at least. I think it's always worth it to pop a you know, a 15% health boost or something like that, but I don't know, man. Actually, I shouldn't even say always. there's been plenty of fights I've taken without a 15% health boost even, but yeah, I really think the value is so poor that even by doubling the value, I still wouldn't boost. I still wouldn't boost big. I would boost with the In tougher wars, I would boost with the what's it called? The boost that you get from the 3-day events, which maybe you're saying you don't want to even think about using those in that content. You want to save those boosts elsewhere or something, which I think is fine. I think there's still plenty of people who don't like the pressure of war. So many people that, like, so many alliances that it wouldn't change their approach to war. I don't see it. I don't think it would be a mandatory thing. I could be wrong. It's hard to predict. Little changes sometimes end up having a big impact on the game. But I don't know. I don't personally see it. Semi health pots are mandatory. If they weren't available for glory, alliances wouldn't require you to use them. Yeah, but their value is I don't know. Like, that's the thing is, like, you can't do a fight with 0 health. It's like a different type of value, you know? You can do a fight without a boost. If your health bar is empty, you just can't do the fight. And I like, you know, obviously you can't even enter the fight if it's completely empty. But I'm talking about, like, okay, realistically, you're at 10% health left or something like that. To me, it's like, I could see how you'd make the comparison, but it's different enough that I feel like it would have a different impact on things. I don't know. Like I said, it's tough to say. So, you know, there is. I understand how some people would not want the change to happen, and hey, if you don't want the change, I get it, but I don't think it would have that impact. You don't have to do all the fights. It's okay to fail and have to skip a path. I'm not sure what that has to do with boosting, though. Like, I want to play the game, I guess. I'm okay with failing, but I want to be able to play the game. Failing and getting to play, like, if you can't move because you're just stuck behind some node waiting for someone else to enter the war so that you can move, that's not failing. That's just a waste of time. Like, I want to play a different game at that point. Instead of, or not even a different. I just want to not look at my phone. Except I feel the need to look at my phone because as soon as they move, I want to move, so I'm not holding someone else up. So I'm stuck looking at my phone. I really feel like it's just, well, I can't say it's only a retention thing to keep people glued to their phones without actually giving them content, just having stare. It's also a money thing too, but, like, to me there's a big difference. I don't mind failing. That's my preferred way to play war, actually. Before seasons were a thing, that's what we did. But I want to be able to move. The rotten banana node, over time you just decay to a squishy mess. Even Man-Thing? I don't know, man. That sounds brutal. The rotten banana node. They kind of have that with Longshot Special 3. Except it's not rotten, I guess. It's just a peel. Alliance War, Alliance Quest War, gifting idea, gifted revive / health pots between Alliance members had a usage timer. Alliance member sends one to their mate in Alliance. They have 30 minutes to use it. Afterwards, it's not usable. I think that'd be fine. I think that'd be good. I do, even though I never had a gifting badge to be able to gift stuff like that, I always like the idea of being able to send your alliance mates something. It just feels better. Like thinking of ways that like Kabam could monetize the game for it to not feel bad. Like that's a way, man. That's definitely a way, because it feels, when you have to buy the stuff for yourself, it just feels way different, even if it's small. Like, alright, I can't, you know, obviously I don't spend money in this game, but like I was just looking at Steam a few weeks ago, and I was thinking like, I don't know if I want to get this game. It was like $6. I ended up getting it. It was Celeste, which I've talked about in the past. Still never played it, but it's like, I'm not sure if I want to get it. But I was thinking like, oh man, you know, a buddy of mine I think would really like this game. I'll get it for my buddy. You know, like it doesn't feel bad spending like $6 on someone else, where I'm thinking like, $6, I don't know. I feel like it's the same way for War. If you're like, you know what, we got this, man. Send somebody some items. It seems like it would feel different at least. And as long as you can't abuse it by having like bots, you know, join the alliance and send the units that, you know, or send the items. There could be like a, you know, the blackout period for that. I think that'd be good. Or not just bots. What's it called? Like fraud and stuff too. Which I guess technically there's always going to be some way to abuse it, but I feel like it would be like not too many people would be able to find a way to abuse it, you know? Like the top alliance, the big spenders and stuff like that couldn't do it. The people competing wouldn't be able to do it. It would be like some low level way to abuse it, probably. Celez sending over $1. Celez, what's up, man? 2 messaged up. Dude, I saw your name in the chat and didn't even get a chance to say hi. Brian, tweet please. Alright. Was that the one? Oh, wait, no, here we go. Hey, Brian, took my 6-star ghost to rank 3. I know it's not the big prestige push. Dude, who cares about prestige? 6-star ghost, rank 3? Sick, man. But for prestige, I needed to pull and dupe someone. So useless waiting. PS Ghost is level 40 now. Dude. Nice, man. Is that on Twitter? I don't see it. But, dude, that's awesome, man. Congrats. What a sick first rank 3. A way for a fight to encourage it to take 2 minutes would be interesting. I.e., after 2 minutes, champ on the node just starts to die instantly, but prior equals hard mode. Wait, what? Is there a part 1 to this message? Or wait, are we talking about the bad banana or whatever it's called node? So you're saying for the first 2 minutes, the fight is really difficult, but as long as you can survive the 2 minutes, it, I just got really scared for a second because I didn't see Longshot there, and I forgot Longshot was taken away, and I was like, oh god, did I accidentally use Longshot in the arena? And I'm not supposed to. But no, he's not even in my account. Okay. Noticed an incomplete thought. Okay. Yeah, I think nodes like that are fun. It has a similar feel to it as, what's the one where you where you armor break them continuously. Oh my god, why can't I think of the name of it? It's one of my favorite nodes, actually. But it's, you know, just could be done in a different way. Like reverse and rage timer, yeah. Dude. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Oh, man. Yeah, that damage is nuts. That's awesome, man. Congrats. Breakthrough. Yeah, there we go. I love breakthrough, man. It's nodes like that can be really punishing. It's like it definitely rewards skill, you know? Like the only thing that worries me about nodes like that is like newer players or just less experienced in general. Because it can be kind of punishing for those players. Since every time they revive, you know, it's back to that hard mode, and if you couldn't survive the first time, well, maybe you're going with less health this time or something like that, or your second best champion. That could be really punishing, but I love nodes like that. As long as there was a good way to scale it, either scale it down or something for like the less you know, lower difficulty maps, or only keep that node to like difficult quest or something. I'm all for it. I mean, that's like essentially the champion boss fight too, except the champion boss fight is a little bit more than just surviving. it's yeah, but it is a tough fight. And once you pop the indestructibles with your prowess, it's a wrap. Ooh, you know, it'd be fun maybe. You know, all right. So you know, aggression, fury. What if there was aggression prowess, but the prowess was on you, and it didn't tick up as fast as the normal aggression nodes. I guess you'd have to call it something else entirely, but just think of that idea of, you know, aggression fury. Every 2 seconds the opponent gains fury, right? And they have it for armor, they have it for cruelty and stuff, or precision. So imagine they had it for prowess, except it was on you, and maybe you only gained one every like 5 seconds. So you'd have to build up your special, and then you'd have to dance. You'd have to do the dance, man. You'd have to be cautious, and it's a type of node where you're not really doing regular damage. You need to rely on like your special damage or something like that. That'd be fun. Do the dance, you survive long enough, and then you get to see fireworks. Kind of similar to like Power Shield, where you get the massive attack boost there, but just a different way of going about it. What if it was a node that reflected damage from you, and that was the only way to damage the opponent, plus aggression fury? Yeah, that'd be fun. That's how some people go about aggression fury anyway. I remember people doing that with Electro. Yeah, there's pretty much like an endless amount of things you could do with the nodes. I wonder if the developers at Kabam, if they just have like just these massive lists of all the ideas that they could do. But I'm sure, like, number one, it takes time to add these nodes to the game, and then they want to add it in areas that make sense. Especially if it's like a brand new node to the game. They, you know, want to put that in a new quest, so probably, I don't know, I can just imagine them having a bunch of nodes written up. Do the dance would be nice to have aggression regen on you, giving you a chance to regen. Yeah, that'd be cool too. Maybe the opponent hits harder. Oh, dude. Okay. Oh, man. See, this isn't a. I don't know if this is if it's a good thing that my brain automatically just tries to think about how to screw players over or not. But my brain like immediately went to, okay, so you have aggression regen on yourself. But of course that makes the fight easier, so you have to find a way to make the fight harder, right? So what if it's like Spectre, so that you don't want to heal, and then you have the aggression regen on yourself. So, and if at any point you're not keeping those aggression regen stacks down, your health is just gonna spiral out of control. You're gonna get destroyed. That's probably not a it's probably not a good node combo. Or do life transfer instead of aggression regen. We've seen that, right? In like the one of the like the MODOK Lab style event. Where people don't see it right away and don't re-roll it, and you're like, oh yes, because you just get so pumped when you see life transfer, right? And you're not even thinking like, oh, I just killed myself. Dang. Okay. Why do you think like that? Of course, it's gonna be a node soon. Rango knows how to screw players. Yep, he's working for Kabam. Oh man, I can only imagine these guys probably have designed some ridiculous nodes that they were like, okay, we just can't put this in the game. This is too strong. I want to see what those nodes are. You know, oh man. Nah, never mind. Or a every X seconds weakness-esque nodes or close encounter / long distance thing. Yeah, you can do that too. Longshot video. I know. It's not up yet. After the stream, I literally worked on the video from the time I woke up until the time I started streaming. I ate once in there, so yeah, I'm gonna eat after the stream. And then I'm gonna go back to work on the video. I don't know what to say. I think the only thing I could say is that I'm not good at making things. I'm just not at anything. I'm not good at making anything. It just takes me forever, and I don't know why. Call it inexperience maybe with this type of video. Again, I don't want to hype it up, but I'm gonna slightly hype it up. Just by saying that it's a different type of video than what you've seen from me, at least. So maybe it's just an inexperience with this type of thing, and I hope I can get better at it, because it's fun. I'm having a fun time working on it, but I mean, it's like, I'm not the most professional of people, you know. Um, but I do try to think of like in like a professional mindset, like, okay, how much time can I allow to work on this video so that I can work on other things? Have a little time budget, you know? And I way blew past the time budget of what I thought was like acceptable to work on a single video. So it's it'll at least be decent. That's all I'll say. I will never be able to make a video that will like blow people's minds just because of how much good content's already available in the world that I can never compare to. But at least compared to the rest of my content, it feels pretty good. Do a crystal opening. That won't take much of you. Oh, there's a million videos I could make that don't take a lot of time. The mastery videos, I really got to do those. Get tons of questions about masteries. The thing about masteries is they haven't really changed. The game has changed slightly, so that can alter which masteries might be slightly more favorable, you know, based on champions and content and stuff like that. But really, like, masteries haven't changed much, so it'll be relatively similar to videos I've made in the past, but people like to have that reassurance that the information they're getting is current and not, you know, like outdated. But yeah, it would take me not much time at all to make those videos. So, but we're getting Mojo very soon, and I feel like I just need to start working on Mojo after Longshot's done. I don't know. Can you please make videos explaining ability accuracy? Danny, I don't fully understand ability accuracy myself. There are things I know about it, and that I could tell you, and that from experience I know how things work, but there are certain other things about ability accuracy that confuse me. So, because of those things that confuse me, I don't even feel comfortable making a video about ability accuracy. I hate to say. Maybe there could be a way for me to make a video like that where the things I'm not sure about, maybe I could reach out to Kabam. I don't know if they would be able to comment. Some things like that, they don't even, you know, any like, it's not just Kabam. Certain things, like, developers, that's part of the game, is like figure it out on your own how things work, you know. But sometimes there are things that are like so hidden that the devs throw you a bone. And maybe if I put together a list and asked Kabam how certain things worked. Doesn't it just boost the percent chance? Yeah. For like the basic stuff, it's pretty easy. But there's a bunch of weird ability accuracy things that you don't know how it's boosting it, I guess, or certain things that I'm not even sure if they're getting boosted. And not just boosted too, but like increased or decreased. It's like the obscure abilities in this game. If you decrease the opponent's ability accuracy, if you decrease Wolverine's ability accuracy to heal, it's pretty clear how that works. It's very cut and dry. If you have a 50% reduction in ability accuracy, well, it's 50% less chance for him to trigger his heal. But it's the oddball stuff for the most part that's like, man, how does this work? And then you have testimonials from people that are like, oh, I use the Quake synergy and suddenly, It's a night and day difference. And then I try it and I'm like, dude, I see zero difference. What? Like for Hulk, Black Widow, for example, makes the stun chance from 85% to 100%, right? No. No, it does not. If you have a node, see, here's where it varies slightly too, because this situation wouldn't exist because defensive synergies don't work. But I think if there's a node, enhanced abilities, Welcome Black Widow, separate chance to stun, not an addition. Oh yeah, that's something entirely different. I was just thinking about like the regular stun that Hulk has. I think the synergy to increase ability accuracy though works differently than the node that increases ability accuracy. I could be wrong on that. Like I said, I'm really not even comfortable answering. And you don't necessarily need to know the math behind it, but I feel like the nodes are additive and the synergy is not additive, you know? What is Hulk's stun chance anyway? I'm going to Aunt May because I don't feel like leaving the egg screen. Because I do need to end the stream so I can go back to work. But Hulk. Yeah, 85% chance. That's what I thought. 85% chance to stun the opponent for 2 seconds. The duration of the stun increases by 1 second for each Fury buff effect the champion has. So, yeah, 85 plus 15 is 100, but it's not plus. I mean, it's plus, but it's not, you know, you don't just add the 2. I still question if that synergy even works. Alright, anyway. That one is easy to test, though. You can just go into Realm of Legends and throw specials with Hulk, and you might get a nice streak going, because it is a high chance to stun, but it's not 100% chance. Oh, here's the other thing that I'm not sure of, too. Maybe it is additive, and maybe it's just it caps out. Kind of like damage reduction. There's a cap for damage reduction. That's just something that the only way to know that is by looking at the code itself or doing extensive testing to figure out, like, you know, exactly what point you stop taking damage. But you can hit like the damage reduction cap using like Sentinel, for example, and then use defensive synergies, and you won't reduce damage anymore. So there might be something like hidden going on there too. I mean, Slug may know. I'm sure Slug knows. Slug knows everything. he could probably tell us. But alright, anyway. I need to get out of here, guys. I will be back tomorrow, normal time, and gosh darn it, this damn Longshot video will be out, I swear. I shouldn't say that. Didn't I say at the start of the stream I would never do that again? Okay, good night, everybody. Before I go, though, Big Red, if you're still in here, thank you so much for being tonight's biggest D. Very generously. And thank you to everyone else that sent over a little something as well. I'm paranoid. I've missed a few donations in like the past few months, so I'm so paranoid about it now. Just like double checking. I don't think I missed any tonight. That is a worse feeling than failing to upload content. Someone sends you, even if you know, a buck or something like that. Just feel terrible. All right, but anyway, good night, everybody. See you guys tomorrow.